All right, it's day 3 of Better by the Day, daily videos. And to be honest, I've been sitting here for about 15 minutes debating whether or not I was going to even do a video today. It's Saturday morning and I don't have any idea of what I'm going to be talking about today. I thought it would take longer to get to this point where I don't really have an idea for a video, but here we are. And so I guess I'm just going to share my thought process around this situation. So there's 2 things that I'm going to unpack. Number 1 is how I got to this situation. And then number 2 is unpacking my response or feeling around the situation. I'll start with the latter. So because I don't have an idea for what this video is going to be about, my initial response was to not do one, which is an interesting response because the whole point of this series is to do a video every day. And it's quite interesting how my, I guess, more internal, automatic, subconscious or unconscious response is to just stop. Now, obviously, I'm not doing that and I'm making a video despite that feeling, but I think it's probably a common thing people experience when they start something new and then maybe there's some uncertainty of exactly what to do, or maybe something doesn't go the way that they would have liked. The response is to stop or reevaluate. And so that's interesting. The other thing to look at is, well, why don't I have an idea for what to talk about today? And if I think about that, today's Saturday, yesterday was obviously Friday. On Friday nights, I typically have the night off and I'll relax, maybe watch a movie or play video games, which is what I did last night. And because I'm doing that, I'm not doing what I would normally do at nighttime, which would be going for a walk and thinking and reflecting and planning for the next day. And so I think moving forward, I'm going to stop having those nights off once a week, or at the very least, make sure I've done my planning and thinking at the end of the day before doing that, so that I'm prepared for Saturday. And hopefully that will mean I'll have better ideas for videos and content moving forward. I said in yesterday's video, it's interesting that this YouTube thing has put me back in the beginners type mindset with this project. I feel like I'm almost experiencing 2 different personalities in myself, because it's been quite a long time since I've been in a situation where I feel like I'm a beginner or I'm just starting out. For the past several years, I've been working on similar ventures, all business related, and all of those skills have been compounding. And so I've never felt like I'm out of my depth or I'm starting something brand new. But with YouTube currently, that's how I feel. And it's interesting to notice and remember the experiences that I did feel when I first got started with business. The questioning of the plan, the considering stopping something because I'm not prepared, or wondering if starting this was the correct thing to do. It's interesting noticing myself experience those things. And fortunately, I have the experience of not being a beginner, where I can logically, look at that and say, well, I'm going to keep doing it anyway, and I'm going to push through it. But it's reminding me that if someone is just starting something brand new and they don't have that experience in other areas of achieving success or of pushing through or of things getting better, I can see it being quite difficult to push through in those situations. I guess if I was to summarize or try to wrap this into a lesson for myself at least, when starting something new, it's common or natural to look at what are the things I can do to achieve success? Like, what do I need to do that's going to work? But I think equally as important to that equation is, what are the things that are going to ensure it doesn't work? Or in other words, what are the things that are going to stop me from progressing? And so an example, as I shared, not spending time each day planning tomorrow. Identifying the things that will stop you may actually be more useful than trying to identify the things that will help you move forward, because you first need to remove the obstacles before you can actually start moving forward. And to be honest, that's actually an easier way to look at it. Humans have evolved to identify problems much more than seeking opportunities or advantages. Our brains are wired to spot things that can go wrong. And so perhaps an advantageous starting point in an endeavor would be seeking the things that will prevent you from being consistent or moving forward before looking at how do you then optimize that progress. So, lesson learned, I will endeavor to prepare better in future and seek ways to avoid the things that may derail the progress or momentum.